How you doing today? It is Tyler here with Katrina, my lovely girlfriend.
Hi.
And yesterday, we got to do a cool little thing here at the Disneyland Resort called Pixar Fest. It started today officially, which is April 13th, and it's going all the way till September 3rd, and you can come all summer and check out all the fun Pixar stuff. It's actually really cool. I think what we're gonna do is, yesterday we got to see the Pixar Play Parade, we got to see Paint the Night, and we also got to see Together Forever, which were the fireworks. And we're gonna go through and just kind of talk about what we thought about those things real quick.
What do you want to start off with?
Well, I want to start off with the first thing is first. Actually, when you walk into the park, they have a nice little sign that says Pixar Fest. It's got a bunch of little letters with every letter represents a different character from Pixar. And I really like that they have like Wheezy and Recorder on one of them.
They have Joy and Sadness on the other. That's at the Disneyland side when you're entering the Disneyland park.
And then the one over at California Adventure has Frozone and one of the Incredibles on it. I can't remember exactly which one, sorry. But yeah, anyway, those are really cool. And then they also have the bunting around the park, so when you enter Buena Vista Street or Main Street,
there's the Pixar colors.
Yeah, Pixar colors everywhere, and it's representing
bright,
the ball.
vibrant colors.
Yeah. So it's really kind of nice to see Disneyland, change over the year as the year goes on. It always, they get different decorations. There's the Christmas decorations and the Halloween decorations and the summer decorations. It's becoming a new tradition where they have a new summer thing every year, it seems like.
I think it makes it feel more homey. It makes it look, more alive.
Yeah, it's really great, and I love the events that they do here. So let's start with, well, now that we've talked about the decorations, I want to talk about the Pixar Pier. Oh, no, not the Pixar Pier, I'm sorry. The Pixar, the parade, the Play Parade. I've got my words all mixed up. The Play Parade. So the Play Parade, it's been around for a while.
It's been around. But now, instead of being at Disney California Adventure, it's now over at Disneyland.
Yep.
And honestly, when we were waiting for it, you hear that music, and it was so weird to hear it at Disneyland, because we're used to like walking through California Adventure and you're used to like hearing it kind of like in the background, and so now you hear it at Disneyland and you're like, wait, what? And you kind of forget where you're at, and I think it's really nice to see it at Disneyland. And now they made it longer. They have more parade, more floats now.
Yeah, and it starts off with the Luxo lamp actually, and that's really cool. It's like a big giant animatronic lamp that's coming down, and he's kind of putting his spotlight on the dancers, and it was just a really nice touch to see the Luxo Jr. finally make like an appearance here at Disneyland, because I think they had an animatronic for a while in Disney World, but I don't think we've ever had anything like that here. So
I think it was really neat to and then especially what was the next
the other addition that they added, or they've added two other things, and one of them was the Inside Out float, and that was it has Bing Bong on the back, and they're riding the magical radio flyer, the wagon, and it has the rainbow behind them, and it's just, I don't know, it really just put a smile on my face. It is worth noting that for a while they did actually have a kind of pre-parade for Pixar, or for I'm mixing up that name, but for the parade they had a pre-parade, and and that has since been taken out. It was only there for like a couple months, but it was really neat actually. It had the different puppets on it, and I'm kind of surprised that they didn't want to have that in the parade, but
I think it was hard to maintain.
It was really hard to maintain.
Discuss hair moved a lot, so it was getting tangled, but it's nice to still see it in the park. Yes, it's a little bit smaller, and there's only 3 characters now instead of pretty much everybody, but there's just Joy and Sadness and Bing Bong, but everybody loves Bing Bong.
Yeah, who if you're dead inside of you don't love Bing Bong, let's just be straight up.
It was a nice little, because at first you only see the 2 characters, and I was like, wait, that's it? And then Bing Bong's on the back.
He kind of surprises you at the last moment. Oh, Bing Bong, there he is. And then the final float that they added is the Up float, and it's actually really cool. It's a pretty small unit, and it has Carl on top, and he's doing his thing. He's being old and grumpy. But the great thing to me was it had Kevin and, gosh, I'm blanking on the little boy's name, but it had Kevin the bird, and the little boy is riding, Russell, and Russell is riding the bird, and
that was really cool.
An amazing puppet that they've created for this parade, because when I saw Kevin, I was like, that is actually really cool. And I think that's actually the breakout star of that float actually is not necessarily the float itself, but Russell.
Yeah.
I mean, Russell and Kevin. Yeah, Russell and Kevin. So that was really fun. I think that was a great addition. Other than that, the parade has pretty much stayed the same.
I want to say there was something else that was new that I haven't seen before, but I don't
think so.
I think I'm wrong. I think I was just so excited, and I was like, I never realized how long the parade was.
Yeah, especially with the new additions.
The new floats,
yeah.
so now there's like just new sections. But I thought that was a really good parade. I'm glad that it's over there.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting seeing the Pixar characters more in Disneyland, and to go with that, let's talk about Paint the Night next, which used to be in Disneyland, and now it's moved over to California Adventure, and that's another really interesting change. You hear the music over there, and you start getting pumped up. You're like, yes! Like as soon as the intro starts, where the woman comes on, just ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and you're like, whoa, guys, that's me. She's talking about me.
I know.
And anyway, it's just like it pumps you up. The intro pumps you up, and then from there, it just keeps getting better. Far,
I want to mention though, like emotion-wise. So we saw like the Paint the Night parade during like the 60th anniversary like 24-hour event, and I remember seeing this, and I've never seen anything like this before except for like the Main Street Electrical Parade, but this is like something totally different. And just to see it, you're like, wow! And then we haven't seen it in a while, so hearing it and then just seeing it come through again and seeing Tinkerbell, it was just. All this emotion just kind of started flooding back, being like, gosh, I really love this parade, and I'm so glad it's back.
Yeah, the first time we saw it, we were lucky enough to see it on the opening night back at the Disneyland 60th on the 24-hour night, and boy, was that hectic. It was crazy. But now we got to enjoy it in a much nicer situation, I feel like. And so I would say it's basically the same parade so far. They are adding a new. First of all, they've taken out the Frozen float, and the reason they've done that is because there are the wires that go across Buena Vista Street so that the red car can go through, and they didn't want to take down those wires, so they decided, hey, let's just get rid of Frozen, which I think was actually probably a better choice in my opinion. And coming up in June, they're going to have a new Incredibles float, so that should be really neat too. I'm really looking forward to that. It seems like it has all the characters from the movie, you know, it has all the Incredibles, and it also has Frozone on it, and I'm sure Edna Mode is probably going to be there in some way too, but it looks like a really interesting float. I'm really looking forward to that. I think the other thing that's interesting to note about Paint the Night was that there were a lot of rumors going around that Mac was going to be gone.
It's true.
And
he didn't leave.
He did not leave. He is still there.
I was really happy to see his big face come through, and it's just like even his body is so hypnotizing with all the lights. You kind of just get lost in how awesome the light, like I don't even know how to explain it. I just get lost. It was just to see all the lights just keep changing.
He's got to be the most impressive character of the bunch, or the most impressive float. At least in my opinion, because when I see him come through, I'm just like, wow, you know, that is you never thought you were going to see Mac full size. So,
that's true.
And he's larger than life. He really is. And it's one of the great things about this parade too is just how many different lighting effects that the Imagineers came up with that kind of blow your mind. They kind of play tricks with your eyes, like Slinky Dog has the spinning thing, you know, the spinning body parts, and Mickey has the crazy, I don't even know what you call that thing behind him, but boy, it looks it's fun to look at. Magical vortex of light, and boy, sometimes you're like, oh, maybe no, I'm not even going to say the next part. Adults maybe know what kind of anyway. But anyway, it's a fantastic parade, and it's really great to have it back. And I hope that it sticks around for a long time, because every time I see it, it somehow just lightens my heart. That's all I can say. Is it really makes me feel great. So
even I woke up this morning and I still had the song in my head.
Yes.
And I just was like singing it to myself while I was drinking my cup of coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
Tyler peeks around the corner like, what are you doing?
What the heck is going on? No.
Nothing. Back away.
So then the last show that we got to see last night was the Together Forever Pixar Friendship Fireworks. They were also really fun, I think. Now, as opposed to a normal kind of Disney fireworks show, which I feel like does tell a little bit of a story and tries to, you know, convey some emotion. I mean, it's not like this doesn't convey emotions, but this was more of a hey, Pixar, like check out all the fun things from Pixar, right?
That's true.
I mean, that's kind of what I felt like. They still have their moment in the middle of, a harrowing escape. There's no villain per se in this one. It's more that
it's like friendships, family.
Yeah, it's just about being friends,
Together,
basically.
forever.
It's about being together, and I think some of the amazing parts were like they had the Wall-E part with Eve, and Wall-E and Eve just like jet away, and when they do that, they turn into fireworks. Yeah, sorry, the projections jet away. And as soon as they jet away off the castle, they turn into fireworks, and it just looks really cool.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, even the beginning when Buzz Lightyear flies across the castle,
Yep.
and that was amazing. And then they had like a rocket ship in the middle of the castle, and then it just zooms up the castle, and then fireworks shoot out from the sides, and you're just like, wow, like
Yeah.
the timing
Yes.
blows my mind every single time they do another firework show. It's just the projections are on point. And even, what was the one projection that you really liked how they mapped it? With the fence.
They make the castle look like a house with a fence around it, and it like messes with your mind. You're like, your mind knows that that's not really happening, but it is. Like your mind is like, I think it could be happening. I don't know. So it's just amazing the things that they come up with that trick your mind. And I think one of my favorite parts is actually the Coco segment when they had all of his family members popping up around Main Street, and that was really cool that you could actually see inflatable characters around Main Street like popping up, and because they were inflatable, they almost looked like they were dancing in a weird way.
I think they're like paper mache. I was like trying to like stare at it, and I don't know if they're like paper mache to kind of make
I
it
think
look
they were inflatable,
more...
but
Oh, okay. Well,
but anyway, I don't
Choose
know.
their own.
I could be
And-
wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
But it's cool that if you look at Main Street and you just look at the buildings, they had a car segment, and you can see them like racing around. So each side they would just keep racing, and it looked like they were just racing around in a circle like a normal racetrack,
Yeah.
which is kind of amazing to see. And then just the projections on just even seeing like the Emporium and stuff just like bouncing around. It's just so amazing how they make it look so alive.
I think it is interesting to note that this is a lot like kind of what's been happening in Disney World, where they've been starting to rely more on projections than they used to, and so maybe it's not, if you're far away, maybe it's not the best fireworks show per se, but if you're watching it from up close or on Main
Small
Street,
Worlds.
or even on Small World, or even they do it over by Fantasmic at the Rivers of America there, they'll do projections and water and lasers and stuff. You got to kind of be in one of those areas to really enjoy the fireworks to the fullest extent, because again, they're kind of starting this new trend where the projections are becoming like a big part of the fireworks. So
It's true.
yeah,
I kind of want to see what it's like at Small World when Wally and Eve like shoot out, and how they have like
Yeah.
their own little fireworks display.
They won't have exactly the same projections. That's the thing, is they do have different projections at different parts of the park. So they probably don't have that part where Wally is flying off like that. But that's another reason to come back a couple times, is to see, I'd like to watch the show from Rivers of America this time. Oh, I want to watch the show from Main Street this time. And you can actually get a different show by being up close to the castle or being on Main Street. They did a great job with kind of making it what you want. You kind of get out of it what you want. So.
No one misses out, because
Yeah.
everybody wants to be, by the castle to see the fireworks, but now everybody can be kind of wherever to see the projections and be included in it, like everything.
Right.
So you can see it from, those 3-4 locations, like Main Street, Castle, Fantasmic, and then Small World.
Right.
So I think that's really cool.
So from there, guys, that's basically going to be our recap of the shows. From there, I think we're going to go back into the park here for a little bit. And on the way, they've set up these amazing topiaries in downtown Disney. And this is actually probably some of my favorite decorations. They're not real, but it's still really cool. They have,
But clever at the same time.
Yeah, they're very clever. They have the Incredibles and Finding Nemo and Toy Story. So I think that's just kind of, even before you get in the park, you get to get a little taste of the Pixar Fest, and I
You
think
get
that's
excited because
yeah.
you get to see these cute little. At first, if you don't really know what you're looking for, you're kind of just like, what are these colored things? And then you look and it's like the Incredible family.
Right.
So I think that's really neat. So yeah, let's get
So
going.
yeah, I'm going to show you those, and we're going to walk past those, and then also I wanted to show you guys, there's a new store that just opened up at the Pixar Pier. Well, it's not Pixar Pier yet, I guess, officially. It's still under construction, but Knickknacks has just opened, which used to be the Treasures shop, like Treasures and, I'm trying to remember, Treasures. It was across from the Ariel's Grotto, and it has just reopened. The outside is still heavily under construction.
Yeah, it didn't even look like it was open at first until you see like bodies like moving like inside and you just kind of like peek in.
Yeah, but I want to go in there and I want to show you guys a lot of the great merchandise that they've got going on for Pixar Fest. So we'll head on over there right now. Let's do it. Check this out, guys. We're headed back to the park, like I was saying, and we stopped over at Marceline Street. They are making, look at this. They're making a mater. She's making the maters back there. And then they have Lightning McQueen's going right here. She's got Lightning McQueen's. Look at this. He's got his little spoiler on, and that's about it. But we also have this unicorn over here that, forgive me, not 100% sure where the unicorn is from. Maybe it's a, is it a Toy Story thing? It is, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's from Toy Story.
I think that's where the rainbow stuff comes in over there.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like how they always come up with a brand new apple. Very neat. Check it out. She's showing us a little Nemo here. Look at how cute he is. Look at this guy. So inside here they have a Nemo, they have a Dory right here, and then down below, these are really cool too. They have a grape soda cake pop from Up, and they also have the Pixar ball. That is really cool, the grape soda one. I really love that. We made it over to California Adventure, and they have some complete Cars apples. Check it out. There's Mater, Lightning McQueen. Look at how cute. I've never liked Lightning McQueen so much until he was an apple form. Turns out they needed to turn him into an apple. So we are headed further into California Adventure, and as you can see, April 13th, this is the first day there has been no food and wine booths out here. So the food and wine booths were here yesterday, gone today. Look at this, completely empty. It looks like sparse here now. It's kind of weird. Look at this, I didn't even know they were doing this, but I just noticed there's a sign here for a Pixar Pier preview center. Let's go check that out. Brand new for today. Here we are, Blue Sky Cellar. I was wondering if they were going to do any type of Pixar Pier preview. Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
Hi guys, come on in. Oh wow.
Here we are. Check it out, guys. Look at this at the bottom. This is kind of our first look at the new Lamplight Lounge. You can see over here that they have this on the bottom level. There's a new bar coming, which is completely new. They never had a bar on the bottom level, so that is really cool. And then look, this must be the interior here. That looks really nice. A nice little lounge area to relax. That looks super enjoyable. I'm really looking forward to this. So you can see right here that this is going to be the outside area, but beyond here, you're going to have this interior, and then the outside area is still going to be right here. That's pretty cool. So they've already mentioned that Mrs. Incredible will be inside the Incredicoaster, but look, we can see here for the first time that I guess Dash will be inside of one of these tunnels. You can see him banging around in there. That's pretty cool. And then Jack popping up all over the place. So I'll be curious to see if we'll see a bunch of Jack everywhere. And then finally, and last but not least, they have Violet over here on top of a tunnel too. So that is cool to see all the Incredibles being in the roller coaster here. So here's our first look at the La Luna game here that they're adding over to Pixar Pier. That's pretty cool. Looks like you're going to choose a star out of a bunch of different stars. And then down below here, they have Miguel over here on Mickey's Fun Wheel. I think that's the first I've seen of Miguel being there. So that's pretty neat. And then inside of Bing Bong's confectionery, we get our first look here. Look at that. There's Bing Bong himself hanging out in the middle. That's going to be a really cool candy shop. So I said a while ago in a vlog that they used to have a Coppertone. They used to have a Coppertone poster up over there in Paradise Pier. I was wondering what they would replace it with. I'm starting to think this may be the new Coppertone replacement.
Oh, really?
Here's the new Incredibles float that we were talking about earlier. When it comes to Paint the Night, you can see that it has Dash,
Dash is going to be dashing out here in the light form. You got Mrs. Incredible, Mr. Incredible on the front. And of course, Frozone and the kids back here. Looks pretty cool. So here we go. Here is the finished Lamplight Lounge, at least in model form. And you can see down here that they're planning this whole patio section. And in there will be that indoor-outdoor bar. If you can see past there, that's where it's going to be. And then the old Cove Bar is being replaced up here with more lamplight. So it's just going to all be the same section. Back here, the Incredicoaster, under construction right now. You can see that they've enclosed the tubes so that you can get a little Mrs. Incredible time. And then over here with Mickey's Fun Wheel, they actually recently just painted it. It is now this bright blue, as you can see on the left-hand side here. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I mentioned this wall that they're building on the outside of the carousel here. That's going to have this cool little waterfall. I think that's going to be a really beautiful section with this waterfall here. It's going to really just make it all come together. You can also see in the model here the new little shops they're adding. We're going to have the Abominable Snowman treats over here. That's pretty neat. And then down here, closer to us, we have the new chicken place. Let me see, where can I, there it is. The chicken. And we also have Senor Buzz's Churros right here. 2 new places to eat on Pixar Pier. Apparently you're gonna be able to get some unicorn-inspired cotton candy over here once it opens up, probably at Bing Bong's Treats. So look at this really cool thing here. It looks like they're kind of letting you do like a world of color on the roller coaster here. And yeah, Katrina here.
Emergency stop!
Emergency stop!
Someone was doing flash photography. Alright, let's go, everybody.
But as you can see, unfortunately, it says it's not really working right now. But
that would be really neat.
This is really cool. I think this is a nice little interactive element of this kind of museum area. Wow, look at this too, guys. I didn't even know this was a thing. We were walking past Cars Land here. There's a Woody, there's a Buzz Lightyear, Moon Rover. That is pretty spectacular. You gotta come and get some photos with this stuff. So further in Cars Land here, they have these movie posters off to the side. Toy Car Story, Monster Truck Inc., Fueling Nemo. Look at him, he's a little submarine. Look at the little submarine. Incredicars. I like this. This is so great. I think melding the Cars characters with the other Pixar characters is actually pretty ingenious. Here we are, we made it to Knickknacks. It's gonna be hard for me. I keep calling it Knickknacks, but it's Knick-Snacks. So here's the interior of Knickknacks here. You can see that things have changed a little bit, a little more Pixar style across the top there. You got the different portraits of the characters. It says Pixar in the middle here. And basically what they've changed is this treasure store used to have a lot of merry-go-round horses up top here and some different fairground type stuff that you would see at a pier, you know, California Pier. And they've kind of removed all that stuff so that they could put the storyboards, and not only that, but we have a lot of new Pixar merchandise here for the Pixar Fest. So let's go around and take a look at that stuff. Look
Yeah, so it's like $10.
$10 little bag for your change or whatever.
A little gift, a little gift bag.
I like how basically each side has the different PAL on it, right? So the Buzz Lightyear one is the Woody one. Yeah, that's neat. I like that.
And then what kind of cool, look at this cute Miss, oh, this would be your favorite, huh?
That is my favorite. BFFs.
And there's little
Woody and Buzz.
And then you'd think it would be like Buzz and what's her face?
You would think it would be Woody and Bo Peep, but I guess it's about friends, not lovers.
I guess so.
Inger and Joy, and Sully and Mike, and Coco and his spirit animal.
Coco and his spirit animal. What is his spirit animal's name? I can't remember. Dante. Look at that. Check out this Wally necklace. Look at this
So look
thing.
at this cute little necklace, and then it comes with a nice little gift bag on the back. A Disney Parks Collection jewelry. It's
That's
good,
cool.
$20, and it's pretty heavy. But look at this. Isn't that cute? And it has like nice little Pixar colors, and then the claw.
This one might be my favorite, actually, even though I do love Wally. This is just kind of cute.
I'm not sure what this empty section was, but it seems very popular.
Yes, the empty section is probably popular.
And then the grape soda.
Of course, the grape soda from Up.
That's
and then
cute.
One of my favorite things is all the different ears they have. They have all the best friends here. They have Sadness and Happy, or Sadness and Joy, I'm sorry. Russell and Doug. And it just keeps going from there. Pretty cool. I definitely have to get me one of these mugs. Check it out. I keep noticing that it says 2018, and it makes me wonder if they're going to do another Pixar Fest next year, but time will tell. Here is probably my favorite stuff. The Wall-E jacket and the Eve jacket. This is some cool stuff right here. I got this Wall-E jacket yesterday. I love Wall-E. Probably my favorite Pixar movie. And they have a person doing illustrations in here. Check it out. He's doing something from Up right now. So much Pixar Fest stuff. I actually really like this shirt for little kids that says Kitty. I think that is super cute, actually. There's sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish that I was a little bit smaller so I could wear this kid stuff. Check it out. We have this kind of Lasseter-esque shirt right here. A lot of kind of mini figures of the Pixar characters. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the movie, I do like this good dinosaur part for some reason. I also really like the lava. That's really cool too. I'm glad that they've incorporated some side stuff that you wouldn't normally see. I really like the fact that they're bringing in some more characters and they're just celebrating them all, not just the most popular ones. And they have some pins over here and a high-octane friendship postcard. Just this whole Pixar Fest thing is about friendship. That's kind of their main thing. They want to accentuate the friendship. It's beautiful. You see what they did here? You see what they did? This is one of my favorite walls right here. They got a green alien wall complete with green alien ears. Look at that. Alright guys, I just want to finish up the vlog with a quick little Pixar Pier update since we were talking about Pixar so much, but as you can see over here, up until recently with the Ariel's Grotto, these used to be much shorter. They added these big giant poles and now these big red things are poking up. So we have these new decorations. They're also going to be adding that Pixar Pier sign at the very front here that's going to have Luxo Jr. on it. That should be very pretty to look at. Over here, we're gonna have the Lamplight Lounge. You can see they're doing tons of work on it. They've covered this whole area, so you can't really see what's going on, but we're gonna have that indoor-outdoor bar. That's gonna be very exciting. It's cool that the whole place is gonna be new kind of restaurant bar in one. As you can see here, they've added the brand new logo in the loop. I'm gonna try and zoom up real close to it so you can see, but you can see it says Pixar Pier in there. And you have the new ball and everything. I think they've actually changed the shape of that loop slightly, or they've at least replaced it. And that is the new logo back there. You can see that should be fun to look at. And along with the Incredicoaster, they've completely, you can see up here that they've completely enclosed these tubes. And the tubes are gonna have the different Incredibles in them like we've talked about, and they're all gonna be chasing Jack down. Jack has escaped and we need to go find him and help the Incredibles do it. That should be a lot of fun. And then also, the last thing here that I want to talk about is the Mickey's Fun Wheel. The Mickey's Fun Wheel, we just saw today that they're going to have Miguel on there, so that's pretty cool. And they've also recently been painting this. It's a little bit hard to see in this sun. I'm really sorry guys, but the paint is now a bright blue, so that's going to be a completely different look for the skyline here. We're gonna have new games, new food opportunities all throughout here. It really is gonna be a cool time. So come back in June for Pixar Pier because that's happening. All right guys, so that is gonna do it for our Pixar Fest wrap up here. I hope you enjoyed everything. In case you wanted to check out the full length videos of all of the parades and the fireworks and everything, we have all that on the Diz channel. I'm going to be linking that down below, so you can go and check it out if you want to see the full length of everything. Other than that, I mean, there's a lot of great merchandise.
There is. There's a lot of good photo op. There's like photo opportunities at Cars Land. I mean, that just blew me away.
Yeah, Woody and Buzz, that was really fun.
That was really cute.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good touches here, so you definitely have to check it out.
It's one of those things that you feel like when you look at it on paper, you're like, there's not that much going on, but the more you look around, there's like tons of stuff going on actually. So you really need to come and check it out. Come to Disneyland, see what's happening here at Pixar Fest, and enjoy yourself. It's just all about friendship.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, how cute. All right, guys, so we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below on what you like about Pixar Fest, what you're interested in, what you want to see.
Yeah, paint the night.
Yeah,
That was my
you're telling them
favorite.
what you're interested in. Anyway, everybody, have a great day. Thank you so much.
Bye.
We'll see you next time.